right, so I don't think it's any big secret that Hubbard Inn might be one of my favorite spots ever.
I like it.
It may or may not have something to do with the fact that it's one of your spots and I get to see you every time I come here.
Every single time. We have a great time every time you're here. We love having you here, actually.
Thanks. You're sure you're not sick of me yet?
No, not yet at all.
You might be after tonight.
I highly doubt that.
Very, very possible. What makes Hubbard Inn different from not only other places in Chicago, but other places in River North, which is obviously where we're at and where there's a lot of competition?
There is a lot. I think one thing that makes Hubbard Inn different than, I guess, the rest, I think the decor is one thing that you've kind of noticed when you first kind of come in. Totally eclectic decor. I mean, the cocktail program is fantastic. It's really kind of homey and cozy.
The decor is unreal. I mean, I've just been looking around here today. I mean, I've gotten to see things today that I normally don't get to see because we got some lights in here.
A lot of
I got
people,
here kind of in
busy,
the daylight,
right?
which doesn't usually happen. Usually it's a little bit after dark. But to see the artwork and the decor and how every room is different, and it is very cozy. I mean, it kind of feels like a artistic library almost.
It is.
All right, and most importantly, David, the main question here. What do you think about DJ Riz Nation?
Oh.
And tell me how you think this is going to play out tonight.
How it's going to play out? It's going to play out loud and rowdy. If I had to sum you up, loud and rowdy. I think there's going to be a lot of
loud
country.
And rowdy.
And
on that note,
cheers.
Cheers, baby.
Oh, that's good.
So now we get to have an official drink with a drink with, and I get to ask them some questions. And kind of where I'd like to start is where you guys started. I know you've been friends for a long time, but how did this concept come about? Not only do you want to interview these notable people, but have a drink with them and ask them about who they would want to have a drink with.
We kept saying over and over again, we could have a shot of tequila with Rick Bayless, a drink with so-and-so.
That's literally what we
and
said.
that was like our main example of like
Exactly.
A shot of tequila with Rick Bayless.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to do that? Or are you just kind of like blown away by who you get to interview now?
Kind of, yeah. When we interview people, it doesn't seem real, just because everything is such a small stepping stone. It's kind of like when a baby grows up and you're like, how are you 11 years old? Because you see such small differences every day, and then you're like, wait, I'm interviewing Elijah Wood. It doesn't feel real, because we literally started from nothing, interviewing people that we just asked anyone that would do it.
I feel like I could have been one of your interviewees
shut up.
a
You
year
still
ago,
will be.
but now. Especially the look of your site, the photography is so mind-blowing and so visually compelling and just so gorgeous. Okay, now here's a question I've been waiting to ask you ladies for a long time. Who would you have a drink with?
So we throw this at everyone.
I know, like,
every week.
but like,
And then
has
when
anyone
someone
ever asked you?
When
I
people
mean,
ask us, we're
I'm
like,
sure maybe like the
like,
celebrities that you interview have asked you, but like, now that I get to be the interviewer, I'm asking you. I want to know. You started this concept for a reason. There's got to be some interesting people out there that you'd want to have a
I
drink
would
with.
say George Strait. Like, he's my ultimate. I would have a drink with
Hey,
George
my
Strait.
God.
Like, I will.
George Strait.
I have to if I have to like stalk him outside his house.
What about you, Hillary?
So mine changes every week, I think, and I think this is gonna sound so corny. It doesn't have much meaning, but I
go
think
with it.
Jennifer Aniston.
No, that was my answer.
That's
I think I
amazing.
stole that from
You
you,
stole that
actually.
from me.
Back to music. You have a pretty interesting playlist going on tonight. Tell me, what's the inspiration behind that?
It's all
Maybe you want to show your
yes,
shirt.
It's all Chicago artists. So it's a mix from Kanye to Fall Out Boy, Common, of course.
All right, girls, you've never DJ'd before. I've never DJ'd before. Are we ready? Are we going to do this?
I am. I've been
All right.
all week. Ready to go. I'm ready for
DJ
next. Am I the
Rization
only
and
one that
DJ
drank my
a
drink?
drink with in the house.
Oh,
What's up? We've known each other for a long time, and this has been by far, correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest milestone year of your life.
Oh yeah, I mean, well,
Engagement.
The obvious ones, yes, the engagement.
A baby.
But the baby's number one.
Luca
That's
Allen.
Yeah, I mean, Luca
Of
Allen
course.
Anzalone is a big part. So I have that, the engagement, the baby, TV show happened 100 Days of
Oh,
Summer
I
on
forgot
Bravo.
about that. I almost wasn't going to mention it
Sometimes
at
I
all.
wish I could forget about it. But I mean, overall, the show was a good experience. It was interesting. It's really interesting to go through that level of reality show and to see that kind of production, like having 10 people in my room doing an interview and the kind of national exposure is interesting.
So I think compared to the show, I'm probably going to be taking it a little easy on you in this interview.
Oh yeah, the show was not easy on me. I mean, the show, but especially Twitter. Twitter is interesting. I've learned this. I'm short, which I'm 5'11" for an Italian. It's pretty tall.
You're my dad.
But
back
I am
there somewhere.
Yeah, he's
5'11" for a
5'11".
Sicilian.
Oh,
He's a giant.
Giant.
Yeah.
Freak of nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am short. What else? A Smurf voice, which I can't deny it. Actually, that's spot on. That's not even an insult. That's just an observation.
I love your voice.
I'm just
It's a beautiful singing voice as well.
Yeah, a short, Smurf-voiced douchebag.
The douchebag was really popular.
Very douchey. Yeah.
You know,
well, it's really important.
whatever it is.
And if you know my sense of humor, is to say something outrageous and then to back it up with a self-deprecating comment. But they take that out.
Right.
So I say something outrageous and they just cut, next line. I didn't have a chance to say.
They didn't get the
like,
self-deprecation in.
Yeah, like I slept with 60 girls one summer. Cut. What I said after that was, okay, well maybe I exaggerate a little bit. But, but they don't use that.
That was an exaggeration.
Total exaggeration. I mean, think about it, just mathematically, 60 in the summer is pretty.
Well, but that's why I was so impressed.
So you thought it was impressive. No,
yeah,
but,
I was like, something new about my friend I didn't even know.
It's a hyperbole, kids. It's a good
Hyperbole.
device.
Look it up.
Hyperbole.
Look it up.
The word of the day.
All right, well, we got to get downstairs because not only do we have some good food coming, but there's a few more of these. I've got to start spinning my country music. You with your crazy all over the place playlist.
Awesome.
And the A Drink with Girls have a full-on Chicago playlist.
I know, I heard.
So we actually have kind of like a big crowd down there waiting for us. So they want to see the DJs in action.
Let's get down there.
Let's go give them what they want.